Several local congressional House races were up for grabs last night that could potentially shift the balance of power in Congress.
Here's a look at where we stand right now. So Republicans already taking control of the Senate last night. They could do the same in the House. Now, the GOP is closing in on that magic number of 218 for control of the House. Republican Mike Lawler helped his party's cause by defeating Democrat Mondaire Jones in the 17th congressional district.
And in the 18th congressional district, Democrat Pat Ryan holding off a challenge from Republican Allison Esposito. It's a race that many polls predicted would be tight heading into election night. All eyes remain on Long Island's 4th congressional district, where Democrat Laura Gillen is trying to pull an upset over Republican incumbent Anthony D'Esposito, a race that could have major implications in what we just talked about, that balance of power in Congress.
And Fox 5's Jodi Goldberg is live in Massapequa, Long Island, with more on what is currently at stake. Jodi.
Natasha and Bianca, this is one of the races that could potentially flip the House from red to blue depending on the outcome. It's also one that was going to be close. We knew it was going to be, but what we didn't know was how long it would take before we found out who won.
You see how many of the absentees are Republicans, how many of them are Democrats, how many of them are still out to come in, and then you figure out whether it's numerically possible to overturn the result or not.
Political analyst Mike DeWidziak saying the Nassau County Democrats must have been confident with their lead to declare a victory for Laura Gillen. Almost 24 hours after the polls here on Long Island closed, we still don't know who the winner is in New York's 4th congressional district. Gillen says she's confident once the race is officially called, she'll unseat first-term Republican and former Town of Hempstead council member Anthony D'Esposito. This is a rematch after she lost to him by less than 10,000 votes 2 years ago.
It's time to get Congress back to work again for everyday people.
DeWidziak says regardless of which party takes control, it's going to be a closely divided House. If the Dems end up taking it by less than 4 seats, he says it would mean New York flipped it.
As time goes on, it's like dominoes falling. One seat will be determined in California, another seat will be determined here, and eventually you get to the required number.
Now, we reached out to the Nassau County Board of Elections. They tell me they're still processing tens of thousands of affidavit ballots county-wide. As for D'Esposito, there's no plans right now to concede or plans that he's made public, and no word yet on a possible recount. Bianca, let's send it back to you.